Okay, we're going to do a quick video today on seller feedback and the feedback manager in Seller Central. So once you're in Seller Central and you go through the menu and you find your feedback manager, it's going to bring you to this page. And it's going to show you a 30-day, 90, 365-day, and lifetime rating. So the most important one that we're going to focus on is the 365-day rating because this is what is customer facing. So when they're scrolling through their products, they'll be able to see um, your your feedback rating, and they're going to use that to judge if they want to buy from you or not. So I'm over here and found just some Apple EarPods, and then I scroll down, click on other sellers. There we go. It's going to have these different sellers. There's this guy, 6AVE, 96% positive over the last 12 months or 365 days, same thing. So that's what customers can see. And they can see your total ratings. So they can see, okay, this guy's been at it for a long time. And there's also Amazon as a seller, and they aren't going to have any ratings because they're not going to take any ratings because they don't need to because it's their site. But we can scroll down. Here's these guys again. Same thing, 96% positive. And then there's this other seller, 79% positive. So obviously, if you take a look at both of these, you're going to say, well, I'm probably going to go with this guy because he's got a better rating. Even though this guy's cheaper, I might want to go with this guy. But of course, then there's this used one. But anyway, of course, that's up to the customer to decide. But yeah, you can click on their name and it'll take us to their kind of about page. We can learn about them, um, where they're at, their little description. See 96% positive. You can go to the storefront if you want, and then you can scroll down and then you can see um, their most recent ratings. So we got a 5-star, we got a 1-star. This came in yesterday, so this is probably something that they want to address. This is something that they addressed, so they were able to appeal this and get this taken away. And also, here's a great review, and so they went in and they added a comment here, um, just to say thanks. And anyways, and you can scroll through um, their different ratings to just kind of get a feel of that seller as a whole, and if you would feel comfortable buying from them. So basically, go back to Feedback Manager, and it shows positive, neutral, and negative reviews or feedbacks. So positive is a 4-star or 5-star review. Neutral is a 3-star review. And then negative is a 1 and 2-star rating. And so I said review, but it's feedback ratings. So there's also this star rating. So it's a 4.8 for this account. And so it's going to show up as a full 5 stars, which looks good. And the more 4s that you get, it might drop this down closer to 4.0 instead of 4.8. In a perfect world, we'd have all 5-star reviews, and this would be 5.0, and this would always be full 5 stars showing. But anyway, that's not the case. But so this is 4.8, so it's going to show full 5 stars. Closer it gets to 4, it might show 4.0 or 4.5 star, and then If it's closer to 4.0, it'll just have the 4 out of 5 shown visually. But the most important thing is the 365 day percentage. So we want to go down and see any 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star feedbacks that we want to have removed. So on this account, this one right here, we're able to go in and request that it's removed because this was fulfilled by Amazon. So this was FBA, and then there was a 1-star review, but because it was FBA, we're able to just go in and take it down. That's the biggest thing to know, is that if you ever have a negative or neutral feedback and it's FBA, you can always get it taken down. I have always seen that it can be taken down. So if I were you, I would go through and I would look for if you had any negative or neutral feedbacks, and I would see if they're FBA and just go in and just appeal them, and they should immediately get taken down. And depending on how many reviews you have and what percentage it is, it should drop, or it should raise your positive percentage up. So anyways, so yeah, this one was taken down because it was FBA. This was FBA. And then these other ones, the fulfillment issues associated with this order were not due to the seller. So I don't remember what happened with these exactly, but these weren't FBA, but for whatever reason we were able to get them taken down. So I'm going to go through. I mean, this is a good review. This is a 5-star. I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to click on this as an example. So you click on this, you get a couple of options. You have a post a public reply, and you're welcome to reply to any feedback. Like if it's positive, we can reply like that other seller did, saying, "Oh, thank you so much. We're happy that you had a great experience," whatever. And if it's a negative one and you're not able to get, or a negative or neutral feedback and you're not able to get it taken down, you can go on there and say, whatever. "Oh, we're so sorry this happened. We refunded you, and we hope that this takes care of everything," or I don't know, whatever. Just to show that you are a caring seller type of thing. But before that, we want to go into to try to remove it if it's a negative or neutral. So go request removal, and this is new in like the past 2 weeks. So it's going to say Amazon only removes feedback in the following cases. The feedback includes obscene language. The feedback includes seller specific, personally identifiable information. The entire feedback comment is a product review. Strike through feedback if it is regarding fulfillment or customer service for an order fulfilled by Amazon. So that's what they've always stated. Like, these are the only ways that we're going to be able to take this down. What I found is that not everything falls into these categories, and there are reasons to have different feedback taken down, but you just have to press, and you just have to be persistent. So I've had some that I've appealed, and they've said no, but you can keep replying to that case. So I've had up to like 5 emails to Amazon, just pressing and just saying, "No, I really think this should be taken down for this reason." And they'll come back and say, "I don't think so." But sometimes on the 4th or 5th, they'll just finally say, "Okay, we'll take it down." So I've really only gone to like 5. I don't think there's a limit of how many you can go back and forth with, but if you are persistent with this you can get a lot of the negative and neutral feedbacks taken down. So, anyways, going forward with this new setup that they have, we'll go continue. First, you select your reason. First option is inappropriate feedback, and then your sub reason. Feedback promotes hate speech or discrimination. That's pretty obvious. If you can see that in there, you can select that and they should take it down. Feedback contains obscene or profane language. Pretty self explanatory. If they're swearing on there, you should be able to take it down. Feedback includes personally identifiable information. If for some reason this customer knows you and knows your name and maybe your address or phone number and they're trying to, like, I don't know, dox you or whatever, yeah, that should be an easy takedown. Feedback contains irrelevant characters or symbols. I've seen some where, the person will give a 1-star feedback and they're so angry that they just want to get the 1-star feedback, and then they'll just like mash the keyboard so it's just gibberish, or they'll do like they just type XXXXX or whatever just to put nonsense in. Well, that would be an irrelevant character or symbol, and so you should be able to take that down. And then feedback is related to a different order. I've had it where, yeah, the feedback is obviously reviewing a different product, a certain product, and then you click on the order and it's a completely different product, and you can tell that they've mixed it up, that they're sending a feedback for the wrong order. So you can totally get it taken down for that. Okay, the next reason is product feedback, and the sub reasons. Feedback pertains to a different product, kind of similar to the last one. If they're giving you a feedback for the wrong product, it should be an easy takedown. Feedback references a product sold by a different seller. So this one's interesting. It might be the same product, but it might be packaged or something separately, or they might have sent you a different product, or that person might have gotten a different product entirely. So it wasn't a different order or a different product that you sold to the customer, but it's something totally different. So you should easily be able to take that down. Feedback is about the product itself and not my service. So this one is where they're just doing a product review, and that should be on the product page itself, a product review, not a feedback. So that should be an easy takedown. Feedback concerns a product for which I am the brand owner. I'm not sure exactly what this means. So this one is a little bit of a mystery to me. But so I'm not sure which situation you would use this, but it's there. Feedback is about product quality I did not cause. So yeah, for whatever reason, something's funky with the product, or maybe the shipping, maybe the boxes that UPS sent is all dented or whatever, and you can tell that they mishandled the package and then it wrecked your product or something. You can totally use that one. Next reason, delivery related feedback. Order was shipped using Amazon shipping services. If you choose Amazon's shipping services when you are fulfilling by merchant, then and something goes wrong, then you can put it on Amazon. Say, hey, I used your shipping service, and they'll take it down. And then the second one, order was fulfilled by Amazon. That's what we talked about before. If it was FBA and something's wrong, they'll take complete ownership of it. So that's the easiest one that you can do and have them take it down. Okay, lastly, it says my reason is not listed, and you can click other. So there's going to be times when you go through all of those, and there you're going to have some weird specific thing um, that the feedback is referring to, and you will feel like I should get this removed, but it doesn't fall into any of these other reasons. So you can select my reason is not listed other, and then you'll submit it. So once you submit it, they'll give you a response that says like, thank you for your submission, we'll get back to you. And then a lot of times they'll give you an immediate response, like an auto response, and you can tell that a person hasn't looked at it yet, but they just have whatever AI or whatever responding. So a lot of times you'll get within like 5 minutes you'll get a response, but and they might say yes, we'll take it down, but likely they're going to say yeah, this isn't enough information to take it down. But you can go into your case and you can respond and say, these are the reasons that we think this should be taken down, and submit that, and then go from there. So, and it, like I said before, it might take multiple back and forth emails from Amazon, but I've gotten a lot taken down by just being persistent. So, anyway, that's pretty much the video. I um, hope that you guys can clean up your feedback, and that you'll be able to um, get your seller feedback rating up, so that we can get some more sales and be successful on Amazon. So, anyway, thanks.